Hello, we're here. We made it. Seraph, I completely understood. It's not going to show up on the VOD, but while we were on Starting Soon, we had, finally, May Madness can begin. Let Sarah dunk. It did make me laugh. And I did get the joke, I promise. Good morning. Good morning?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm very tired. I'm Mac. I'm very tired. I was up until 1:30 in the morning watching the Umaneko's episode 1 stage play.
Let's go.
Which was extremely good, but also kept me up very late. I am joined by my usual suspects, Jacqueline, Jane, and PB.
Howdy.
That's us.
For another bright and early Sunday morning of crime and law. We're in the middle of court. Yumi Sato is about to testify.
Yumi Sato, medical examiner.
We're just gonna get right into it.
Yumi.
Sarah.
Aw, cute. I love this.
Doctor... what the fuck? That's been a while. Dr. Sato, we're very grateful for your work sorting through the large number of reports related to this case.
Let's go take a look at our girl.
Medical examiner. Likes brushed metal, grilled fish, and cardamom.
Dislikes frame interpolation, split ends, and surveys. Mood, girl.
So real. Splurges on live show tickets.
Favorite color, phthalocyanine green tea.
Coat, very easy to sanitize. Yeah, girl, I bet.
Oh, I love her.
I love her so much.
Ew, yeah. 5 bodies, all high priority. Had my head underwater for a good while there.
We'd prefer not to tax you with repeating every grisly detail. But if you could, would you please walk the court through the time of death for each victim and the manner in which they were determined?
Right. From the top. Anchor Tan, aka Tanks, had a mishmash of street legal and chop mods along his forearms. None of them were particularly up to date, but they were all working and they did monitor his heart rate. Tanks' heart stopped at 9:44 p.m. The cause of death was... The slug had a hollow design intended to shatter inside the target. There's no mistaking that he was killed by his own gun, the Mag US, from a distance of 1 to 2 meters. Next up is Sungmin Trey Trench. He also had relatively low-end mods installed, and they show his heart stopping at 9:45 p.m. He died from exsanguination, blood loss resulting from a laceration across his neck by a sharp metal blade.
That wasn't the only injury his body sustained, though, was it?
No, it was not. Posthumously, his skull was...
Jesus.
Nice. I like this script. This is good.
Heavens Miller Smiles received a puncture wound straight through his jugular vein. Then the blade was withdrawn, exacerbating blood loss, and he was likely unconscious within seconds of falling to the ground. Miller had mods, but had evidently gone to great lengths to remove all monitoring tech from them. And he was not found with any electronics on his person. Using purely medical means, I narrowed his time of death down to a window of 10 minutes, between 9:40 and 9:50 p.m.
even though I killed him third and he was the second to die.
That brings us to Creek.
Yes, like tanks, Lakers Creek, Christoph was shot once with a hollow slug from a distance of 1 to 2 meters. However, the slug penetrated just beneath their solar plexus and failed to completely shatter when it impacted a low-end spinal brace mod. As a result, Creek didn't die immediately. It is my medical opinion that Creek would have slowly bled out over the course of about 5 minutes. Their mod did not have biomonitoring capabilities. So, like with Miller, I've done what I can to narrow down the time of death to a 10-minute window between 9:40 and 9:50 p.m.
So he was barely modded and he stayed conscious that whole time anyway? This game is so art.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
But we do have one other context clue to work with. This datapad was found very close to Creek's body, and technicians confirm that it requires Creek's fingerprints for most functions. That means it's unlikely that anyone else would have been able to manipulate it. And we found that the last action taken on it was an attempted dark card transaction that failed at 9:44 p.m.
What could cause a dark card transaction to fail?
Well, either they hit cancel or the card itself was jostled, interrupting the scan.
As if the datapad was suddenly dropped?
Speculation?
How much qualification does one need to understand that card readers can be finicky, Your Honor?
True enough. Chip, swipe, pin, tap. Just let me buy the damn balloon animal, you clown.
Oh my god. So, taking that digital evidence into account,
Creek must have been shot almost at the exact same time as Tanks.
Sorry, I scrolled down a little bit in the walkthrough that I'm using to check our answers, and I just saw the name of an upcoming achievement, and I am trying so hard to not shriek with laughter.
oh my god.
Well, I'm excited.
Thank you.
It is, I will say, it may be an inside joke between me and about 5 other people, but it's fine.
There's one more body you examined for this case, yes?
Officer Tariq Chopin. I didn't need to determine his time of death. As a patrol officer, he had a standard suite of police-issued biomonitors. So we know that Officer Chopin's heart stopped at 10:14:04 p.m.
Triggering an automatic 10999 alert. Officer down.
Lighting up that crime scene like a firecracker and ensuring every cop in the city would come running, royally pissed and safety's off.
Chopin was impaled through his back by a long, thin blade. It severed his aorta, and as a result, he died instantly.
Well, that's good.
To summarize, then, we can conclude that Tanks' gun was taken from him before 9:44 p.m. He and Creek were then shot with it. Their attacker, out of ammunition, took up a sword and stabbed Miller in the throat, before slicing into Trey's neck. This individual then proceeded to posthumously crush Trey's skull by striking it so hard that they shattered a baseball bat, as Creek bled to death on the other side of the room. Finally, when Officer Chopin entered the scene, they stabbed him in the back, before finally being apprehended by Officer Rogers.
That's all correct as far as we understand it.
So now, Rockford's put together a timeline.
It's probably helpful for the jury, putting it all in chronological order. But have we actually learned anything? Have we actually learned anything new about the culprit's actions?
Oh, we have. Emma brought her on the stand to establish the culprit's
Methodology?
Starting time.
Starting position?
And all three of you pick a different
I like
option.
methodology.
I think it's time. They're really dialed in on like what time did they die.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
I
actually
can
not
see
sure
an
on this
argument
one.
there.
I'll back PB and say methodology.
She wanted to establish the culprit's methodology.
As in, what tools they used for each murder?
That wasn't new information to me. Was it new to you?
Not in the
Okay.
slightest. Sorry, poor phrasing. What I meant by that was that Sato's established where the killer must have started their spree.
Okay, yeah, we were all wrong except for...
We were all wrong. Great.
Jacqueline W. Correct, because Creek and Tanks died first, and they were both shot from within 1 to 2 meters. We know that the culprit must have started taking action right by the desk.
And not by the door to the holding room.
Indeed.
Oh, so the likelihood that my client broke out from there...
Is not very high at all.
Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah.
An abundance of DNA evidence establishes that the defendant was indeed held in the other room. But clearly he didn't remain there. His captors must have taken him out to question him in the main room, and dragged him in front of the desk, where Tanks' gun would be within reach.
You're the one who's reaching.
You have evidence to the contrary? A better explanation for how he got out of where he was being held?
Oh, can't exactly propose that the real killer set him free as a scapegoat. Forensics are clear. My client was gagged and bound in that room.
Was, but clearly they had to cut him loose to question him. A mistake that ended up costing them their lives. Do you think that's true, Sosuke?
I'm not positive, of course. But my body is telling me that I was held in that room from the time I woke up until I got myself free.
Emma's theory about the Blue Bloods being dumb enough to let Sosuke near a gun isn't perfect, but it's still a theory. I don't have jack shit to counter with because not even Sosuke knows how I let him out.
If the defense has no objections.
Then they'll just have to take this L and meekly move on to their first cross-examination.
Oh my god. Adonai, that made you sound very feeble.
Well, you've developed a habit of only using we when I'm winning. Fix it.
That made us sound very feeble?
Why do I have to get roped in?
Emma's already established a timeline and order of events. I could pick at the details, but she's close enough to the truth already. I know the truth firsthand about every death except Chopin. In his case, Emma and I are on even footing. So what's my advantage? What do I know that everyone else is mistaken about? Oh. The murder weapon.
Right.
Because she didn't use the sword. Well, she used the
yes, she
sword
did.
once.
Yeah,
She used it once, but not for... Not for the one that... One of them was not the sword. But they said it
they're
was.
saying two people were killed by sword, but she only killed one of them. God, that my room is
Yeah, that
so
sounds
fucking dusty, dude.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Yeah, I definitely go better ones.
Right. The murder weapons. Everyone thinks Miller was stabbed in the neck by the katana. I'm the only one who knows my knife was there. There's got to be a way I can use that information to my advantage here without revealing that I have it or how I got it. I'm walking a razor's edge here. Yeah, Morgan, girl, I don't know what you expected. At least it's thematically appropriate. The defense is ready to begin our cross-examination, Your Honor. Hell yeah, blackjack time.
Let's go.
Dr. Sato, you were asked to examine all 5 bodies. Did you visit the crime scene?
I did not. I have not. Photos of the ARC data were provided to me to aid in my examination. Surely the defense isn't... Oh, sorry.
Surely the defense isn't objecting to a little virtual work?
Yeah, Emma and Sato's colors being so close together. And also 4-letter names. Oh, of course not. After all, had anything been added or removed from the crime scenes, the arcs would show it. There's no fooling it once it's been set up. Ha 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 ha! Okay, so if we're talking about the fact that Miller was stabbed with a knife,
We want to talk about blade wounds here.
we should talk about blade wounds.
Yeah, because it'll look different if it's a sword versus a knife.
Victims Trey and Miller were both attacked with a blade. Exactly how fast did they die?
Trey had his throat slashed and blood found on his hands suggests that he had time to reach up to his neck in response. But he would have quickly stumbled back and collapsed onto the floor, dead. Miller wouldn't have lost much blood at the moment his neck was punctured. For that kind of wound, the weapon acts as a stopper. But once that stopper was removed, he would have lost consciousness in mere seconds.
And while the blade was still in his neck?
If it was there for more than a second, he too would have reflexively reached up, presumably to try and grab the blade.
That doesn't... I think that all seems right.
Did we find any blood on his hands?
Right.
Oh, good question. Press?
Let's
Why did
try
you press
press.
Let's have a little bit of a press.
Oh yeah, what does it say?
Oh, hey, look! Is there proof he grabbed the blade? Is there any evidence that he tried to grab the razor-sharp katana lodged into his neck?
He had his own blood on his right hand, but there were no cuts on it.
Because he grabbed the knife's handle, not a sword's edge.
So it stands to reason that the blade was withdrawn very quickly. By the time his hands reached out to his neck, it must have been gone.
One of many small inconsistencies with this katana theory I can shine a light on. Will that be enough?
Sorry, I love this whole thing of, like, Morgan is, like, trying to, like, gently lead them towards concluding that, that it was something else, but she can't say it, and she's just, like, got her head in her hands, like, fuck, god damn it, I'm giving you all the clues.
Yeah.
I'm giving you all the clues, but I also don't want you to look at them. Alright. Should we keep going?
Yeah.
I mean, we have to if we want to get blackjack.
Well, yeah, of course.
Let's stop. I actually think I'm done streaming for the day.
Alright, sounds good. That sounds good to me. Oh, damn. I'm kidding, I promise. Stabbing Miller's neck so precisely and so fast. That would be quite the feat of swordsmanship.
Stating a conclusion, Your Honor.
Comments withdrawn. Quick as a blade.
Huh?
Morgan, you're such a nerd.
Have you ever seen a stab wound like the one that killed Miller, inflicted by a long blade, and wielded in one hand by a man experiencing heavy blood loss?
No, I can't say that I have. Now, whether that maneuver is impressive or improbable... Well, I'm a doctor, not a fencer.
Go.
And Sosuke doesn't own a rapier.
It's an interesting question. Presumably...
I think we press on this.
Yeah.
Did you find that the stab wound on Miller's neck fit the sword that the police recovered?
Well, approximately.
Yeah, then that's good enough for the police.
Yeah.
Ooh, that doesn't sound conclusive.
The entry wound is slightly smaller than I would expect for such a precise stab. The sword hand must have barely trembled, but it's within tolerable ranges. Furthermore, her DNA on the tip of the sword is a match for Miller.
Damn it, just because I happened to drag it across where his blood is dripped.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course, there isn't any other implements at the scene that fits the wound better.
No, of course there isn't.
I guess we have to look at gunshot wounds now.
I mean, it can't hurt to look at them at least.
Also, Miller stabbed is new.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
also interested in where she's going with Chopin's cause of death, but we can always stay, so... Two individuals suffered gunshot wounds. You found that both matched the Mag US firearm that's been entered into evidence?
I did. Shrapnel is by nature unpredictable, but the scale of destruction does make it pretty hard to mistake for anything else.
Didn't exactly learn anything new there. Yeah, I don't think there's anything.
Nah.
Probably not.
I mean, also the whole point of this is to cast doubt on the katana theory, so like, it's worth having the information, but
Yeah.
Hmm.
so do we want Miller stabbed or Chopin's cause of death next?
Let's go to cause of death next.
Could you speak a bit more about the manner of Officer Chopin's death?
Well, to reiterate, his body was found with a katana stuck through his back. It had punctured his heart, killing him. There was massive blood loss at the scene. At least in part because the wound in question was agitated, I suppose I'd say.
That seems like a good
Yeah,
thing to
definitely ask
ask.
about that.
Yeah, I want to know what that means. What do you mean by agitated?
Honestly, as though after impalement, the blade was moved around inside the wound.
Yeah.
As if it becomes stuck and someone was struggling to remove it.
London mentioned that Sato found this wound odd, but to hear her specifically say the blade had become stuck... That's interesting. Thank you, Dr. Sato. I think I can speak for us all when I say I found that very enlightening.
Blackjack.
I love the blackjack splash.
So cool.
Dr. Sato, you just testified that Officer Chopin was impaled from behind. Did this occur on the spot where his body was found?
Oh yes, it did. The body shows no signs of being moved.
I'm curious then. What was there for the sword to get stuck on?
Huh? Well, if Chopin was in the center of the room, standing upright, I mean, it wouldn't have gotten caught in the air, right? Bone, perhaps?
Surely you examined the wound inside and out. Did you see marks on his ribcage where the blade had caught?
No, I didn't.
Then it stands to reason that the blade didn't get caught on anything inside Mr. Chopin.
It got caught on the floor.
Pardon?
You need to take greater advantage of the arcs, Counselor Morgan. Learn to flip things on their head. Turn the chessboard around.
I'm frankly, I'm really interested to know where Morgan was even going with that on the first place, because I went,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, the sword probably got stuck in the floor, right? Like,
Entire rooms, if need be. If you had, you'd see that there's a clear indentation in the floor that lines up perfectly with Mr. Chopin's wound. How did you think the tip of the sword got chipped?
you're saying the sword got stuck in the floor.
That's what the facts are saying. Do you disagree?
This feels like a situation where we have to be disagreeing, right?
The sword could have gotten stuck in the floor, or the sword couldn't have gotten stuck in the floor. Ah.
What else would it have gotten stuck on?
I guess. Oh man.
I feel like we have to stay here. I don't know where Morgan could go with the sword got stuck in something else.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
really see
that
how that helps our case.
seems right. Ah,
I don't
yeah.
know, I feel like this is a bluffing situation. I'll
That's
go with
fair.
the majority.
Someone in chat brings up a good point to look at the evidence for this. Hold
Oh,
on. Let's
smart.
see.
Oh, maybe no.
Chopin's
no, it
also
can't be
was right at the
order.
top.
Okay, that just says unusual pattern of aggravation if a blade was jostled within the wound cavity post-mortem. Let's
Okay, but if
see.
he was stabbed in the back while he was standing up, I guess that he falls over and the force from
Hey.
falling over sticks the point of the sword into the floor.
We're
This only
also-
makes sense if we're specifically saying that Sosuke did a fucking, like, Halo Reach assassination animation on the guy with the fucking sword.
We're
Like,
also,
kicked him down to
I
the
think we
ground
have
and
been
then
saying
stabbed
that.
him.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what... Yeah, well, that's kind of what Emma is saying, right? Also.
Yeah.
But you kick him down to the floor and that causes other wounds. Like, he's gonna knock his head on shit.
It's very true.
I don't see what counter argument we have here, is the thing.
Fair enough.
Oh, neither do I.
I guess we stay.
I don't necessarily disagree, no. If Chopin was impaled, then fell face first.
It makes perfect sense that somebody sent me a Discord notification and now it's popping over the... It makes perfect sense for the sword to get caught on the floor as he collapsed on top of it.
This is... Emma, this is why you don't wear the meta glasses.
Emma would wear the Ray-Ban glasses, she is that kind of pervert. So we can conclude that after being impaled, Chopin fell over with the sword still in his torso, driving the sword into the ground. Then his attacker aggravated the wound by trying to retrieve the sword from his corpse. Does that sound right?
What? Wait, you're asking me?
Sort of asking the room, I guess.
The normal thing to do.
Oh, well, I believe I can answer. What you're describing makes sense, Dr. Sato, but only up until we consider again the fingerprints on the sword handle. If my client really did impale Tariq Chopin and get his sword stuck doing so, why would he try to retrieve it with only one hand?
Because he had to retrieve it with only one hand. You yourself already elucidated that the defendant's left hand was broken when he destroyed the elevator panel in Crane Tower.
His left hand was too damaged for him to even grip a sword. That doesn't square with this piece of evidence. Ugh. Okay, what do we got? Okay, right hand prints on the blade. Tanks' gun has left-handed prints on it. So is case medical records. Well, we just said this part, so I wanna.
It's gotta be the gun, yeah.
The gun, yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be the gun.
Crank that shit up.
Crank that shit up!
The Magus.
How could my client's left hand be too damaged to grip his sword, and yet also capable of gripping the Magus?
That oddity is hardly impossible to explain. We've already determined that the Magus was fired twice before the sword was used at all. Firing such a weapon with a broken hand surely rendered his left useless.
That's,
It is difficult to wield a sword with a damaged hand, isn't it, Sosuke?
Historically, even the loss of a pinky on your non-dominant hand was considered enough to render you relatively defenseless.
Is that why Yakuza would offer to cut off fingers as recompense for offenses?
That's right, Sarah. In fact...
cut the chatter and save the history lesson. He had to pull the
Sarah,
sword
you
loose.
horrible little weeb.
He had to pull the sword loose with one hand because his left was useless? Looking at all the forensics pulled from the katana, that's, Your Honor, the people claim that my client had to use one hand to retrieve this sword because his other hand was disabled. But does the evidence actually suggest that?
What do you mean?
Forensics performed at the katana found my client's right hand fingerprints on the handle. But what grip are the prints a match for?
Oh.
Let me just give it a quick think here as I meticulously analyze the position of each finger. It's a normal grip. The grip is normal.
Thanks. Do you mean to say that the thumb is facing toward the blade, Your Honor?
Well, yeah, but isn't it easier to just say he held it like a normal guy?
Yeah, you know what, 80, I agree with you. If my client only held the sword with his right hand, normally, Your Honor, that would mean he held the handle like that even as he tried to jostle the blade free from the floor it was impaled in.
Which is far from impossible. But if, Your Honor, the court has questions about exactly how the defendant was positioned when he was found standing above Officer Chopin's corpse, I believe the people's next witness will be able to answer all of them.
Here's my suggestion. Right? Susuke's hand is still fucked up. Just stick a sword in the floor in the courtroom and see if you can get it out with just the one hand.
Truly.
Fun
That can
idea.
only mean it's finally time to face off with the arresting officer.
Chopin's partner.
Alright, very well. And let us summon to the stand. No name not found.
What?
What?
Is that a family or a given name? What?
Yeah, I got a big ol' error right here, and it's a classic. Witness not found, literally. He ain't here.
What the fuck?
I love this sprite. This sprite's really funny.
So blah.
What?
The fucking sound, the sound clip right there was Joyce.
He's had hours to get here. What the hell could he possibly be?
Ooh, her star witness is a no-show?
Is this good news or bad news?
Like hitting the jackpot on the world's sketchiest slot machine. Feels good, but you get the feeling that the staff is gonna make you pay for it.
That idiotic. Pay for it when? Fine. I'll finish it myself.
Right about now.
Oh my god. Perhaps it's for the best then, Your Honor. We can save the court the trouble by wrapping up things here and now. The facts are simple, and the defense has failed to refute them. Thus, the people call for summary judgment.
Already?
The defendant is the only one with his prints on the gun. He is the only one with his prints on the katana. His own employer testified to this court that he was attacked and captured by 4 of the 5 victims. He was found and arrested standing over the body of a dead cop before 2 more officers arrived and secured the scene.
That must be Reyes in London she's referring to.
As the only living person left at the scene of the crime, there was no one else who could have committed these murders.
She's on a tear, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't entertaining. But it's only because she's on tilt. She was thrown off by her witness flaking, and it's caused her to overstep. She just fired off a lot of claims of quick succession, which is the weakest one. Where do I counterattack?
This is the most Terezi pyro that Emma has ever been.
It can't
With
be
the
true.
music and
Sure
everything.
is.
Yeah, first of all, yes. It can't be true that Sosuke's DNA is the only one on the murder weapons because other people were holding them. Right? Like he took Tanks' gun and Tanks
Yeah.
is holding that.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'm
I
wrong.
suppose you could use that to be like, hey, someone else was there and framed him, although I'm
I
not
think
sure that's
didn't
an
we
argument
already
we want
argue
to
this
make.
before? And
We
it was like,
did?
yeah, but he could have wiped it off after taking it from the other
Oh,
guys.
right, yeah.
That might be right.
I know what the answer is, and it's a very clever one.
Okay, let's see. Police
Unfortunately, we're
testimony.
not very clever.
Police testimony. Let's go through all of them, right? Murder weapons. That one is a little shaky because we've talked about maybe the sword isn't right. Only suspect. Maybe there's a. I don't know. I don't know what that could be.
Are we sure all the gang guys didn't do that to each other?
That's the thing.
What if their chest
right?
just did that?
What if? Yeah, exactly. And police testimony, I don't know how
Like-
good of an argument they're mad because I don't know.
We can make the argument that police testimony is unreliable. Unfortunately, it doesn't stand up very well in a court of law.
Uh-huh. So I don't know. What feels convincing to
Yeah,
people?
cops only lie in fictional stories. Wait. This is a work of fiction.
I think only suspect is the one thing that we could really press on.
You think so?
Because the one
Alright,
thing
but
that we
who else
know
are we
for
pointing
sure.
to as a suspect?
Well, that's the issue. Is it does. I think the is the most entertaining option because it further implicates Morgan, and therefore I'm like, that's what I would do if I was writing this.
Sure.
But that's not a reasoned analysis.
I don't know. Mac, you got any hints?
There's a factor to the crime scene that y'all are overlooking, and Jane is right.
Yay!
Because it is like the most interesting thing to press on, and it's because there's a very specific thing that everyone in the courtroom has forgotten about.
Is it that like the window was open or something? Was the window open?
The window
Right?
was open, and Morgan like commented on that as like it wasn't when she left.
Yeah.
That feels compelling. Maybe we do go only suspect then.
Let's do it.
She just claimed that Sosuke is the only one who could have committed these murders. She can't possibly prove that. She can't prove that there wasn't anyone else there that night because I actually was. And unlike her, I can prove the possibility of another person being present, of another party being present, without having to reveal their identity. The people are mistaken, Your Honor. My client wasn't the only other person there that night.
Oh.
And there is evidence to show it.
Ah.
The dark card also, yeah. Well, let's look at our other options.
The cloth or the dark card feel right here.
Wait, is there a fourth option at the end?
Dark card.
Oh, that is the dark card. Yeah.
I guess you could counter by saying, well, they're just some punks. Maybe they stole the dark card and then, like, Sasuke happened to
Sure.
kill them while they were...
But why would it be wiped of Prince?
How did the... No, we've established how he got out of the room in the prosecution's theory. Oh, I guess if the cloth wiped Prince off of everything, then that could have wiped Prince off of any other, like, witnesses or other potential suspects. So that's an option.
We also, like, there is a cloth that was used to wipe Prince. But, and why was it not, like, used, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's cloth or dark card. I guess, what was... Can I see the red ink one more time?
Can we see the full
Yeah,
evidence
just
on that?
destroyed.
Hmm. Interesting. I don't know. That feels like it's not especially
That feels like we come back to that
productive.
later.
The red ink might be a red herring.
So true.
I think dark card.
Alright, let's go with
Because,
dark
like,
card.
you could explain the dark card being there away. You also couldn't conclusively prove that it didn't belong to someone else.
Oh, and we also have to choose where we were using it, huh?
There's only one place you can use it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what is that? The dark card found lodged into Creek's datapad?
That's right. The perfect payment option when neither you nor the businesses you frequent like attaching names to faces. We've already discussed that within moments of Creek's death, a transaction was being attempted on his datapad. A transaction made using this dark card, but whatever for? Perhaps some of the handful of illicit substances that were found at the scene of the crime.
Oh, crap, yeah, I almost forgot. Those guys were drug dealers!
And drug dealers get customers, Your Honor. Customers that can be very temperamental when things go south.
Are you trying to suggest that these killings were the results of a drug deal gone wrong?
I mean, they sort of were.
A drug deal made in person at a blue blood stronghold.
Dark cards require a passkey and a fingerprint. The card would be useless if its owner wasn't physically present for the transaction. Transaction then might be abruptly cancelled if tensions boiled over.
A potential buyer would likely have been across the desk from Creek.
The same spot in the room that we've established that the killer must have started their rampage.
Cute idea, Counselor, but there's no meat to it. We know the Creek was using that datapad before he died. And we know that the Dark Card was processing a transaction at the same time. But for some reason, you've made the assumption that he was selling. When the simplest explanation is that he was buying. Using the Dark Card that he owned.
The dark card belonged to Creek?
How will you respond?
I don't need to respond with evidence. I just need to point out the flawed evidence she's constructed her argument upon. She's saying that he owns... that's his dark card?
Yeah, it's like a rich-ass person's card. Creek is not rich.
Yeah.
With all of my love and affection, Emma Rockford, your paradigm is skewed. Characterization, Your Honor. The people are claiming that the dark card and the evidence record belong to the victim, Creek. Despite the fact that it has no fingerprints on it either.
Oh. What?
Yeah, that achievement is called, reading the card explains the card.
This is fucking some Magic the Gathering bullshit.
Yeah!
Fuck off.
If that dark card had belonged to Creek, he would have had to insert it into his datapad with his teeth.
Ugh. So, who did the dark card belong to?
Perhaps a customer who didn't like his prices.
A disgruntled customer could have wiped their prints off the card to hide the fact they were ever there.
I love the horns.
Yeah.
Music goes so hard.
That's absurd. If a customer brought that dark card with them to the crime scene, why the hell wouldn't they take it with them when they left?
Stuck in the datapad?
They could have pulled a little harder. They could have taken the datapad with them. Who would leave behind something that valuable?
Card is worthless to everyone but its owner.
To whom it could be priceless. Why would they choose to leave it behind?
Well, the answer to that is simple, if I'm honest. We're discussing the possibility of a deal concept. What could cause that in the first place?
Aggressive negotiating tactics?
Or a customer who couldn't pay?
What are you? This customer could afford a dark card.
And yet, they couldn't pay.
Hold on. You're trying to say all these debts, all this carnage. You think it's all because their card got declined?
It's not outside the realm of possibility, Miss Rockford. Hard to live down that kind of faux pas.
Emma has
Holy
clearly
fucking
never worked
shit.
in retail.
Isn't it established at some point that she comes from, like, a very wealthy family?
It's been implied,
Yeah.
heavily implied.
So, yeah, canon, actually.
Murdering 4 or 5 people in order to skip paying your bills pretty aggressive. If you need your fix.
It's okay, Adi. You can say that a cop isn't a person.
Was there any indication that the contraband was taken from the scene of the crime? Or any contraband?
Your Honor, that is difficult to say. Without knowing their inventory before the crime occurred, we cannot rule out the possibility.
That was a little lackluster of a pushback. Is she really that thrown off by this witness playing hooky?
Well, I hate to do this because I love spending time with you all and having a physical body and being in soul.
Being ensouled.
But it does seem like I have to declare a recess while we wait.
Perfectly reasonable, Your Honor.
That's the most romantic thing I've ever heard.
Ah, I love you. 80, I love you. What?
Court's in recess!
I love this.
Who wants to play
movie,
Foursquare?
dude.
So, Aurea Holdings is not part of House Ikaria?
No, it is. House Ikaria is comprised of the literal Ikaria family, the Ikaria Financial Group, and Aurea Holdings. But each of these parts is a separate identity from the others.
That is very confusing.
No, well, yes, it can be confusing, but it protects us.
Protects the IFG?
No, it protects the house from itself.
If everyone in the Ikaria family was a member of the IFG, and the IFG was called the Ikaria family, that would be much simpler.
Well, I know it would be simpler, but that's...
Who the hell is this guy to keep Rockford waiting?
Are you addressing your question to me? I've never met the man.
Well, he's met you, smacked you upside the head, and cuffed you.
Well, if you say so. I told you I don't remember anything after I walked out of that holding room.
Oh, chime in at any time.
Apologies, Adonai. I was just trying to answer your question. Who the hell is Officer Rogers?
Oh, you find his socials or something?
I found a news story attached to a live feed. He's shaking hands with some men at the top of some stairs.
Right now? What's the headline?
City council members thank heroic officer for his service.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Oh, can it?
Ugh, Emma's outranked. If the politicians decided now was the time to do photo ops, she doesn't have the pull to go against them.
Are Officer Chopin's parents there?
Yes, both of his fathers were present.
Adoptive fathers.
Are you trying to make me feel better? Adoptive or not, they are his parents and their pain is real.
Oh, of course. But that pain would be equally real if they weren't expressing it in front of those cameras, don't you think?
Oh,
Oh, if you're feeling guilty, Sosuke, please get it out of your system before the trial resumes.
I don't feel guilty. Even if I did kill that officer, I wouldn't lose any sleep over it.
And you're right to say so, my friend.
God.
But that doesn't make it right.
Taking a life?
Parents having to outlive their children.
Ugh. Stab you in the heart.
Uh,
And here I thought you'd be all about filial piety. You telling me you wouldn't take a bullet for your patriarch, Daisuke?
Of course I would.
Force him to outlive his son? How could you?
Adopted son from a branch family.
Do I need to point out how badly you're contradicting yourself?
lol.
Daisuke Ikuria could have let me waste away when the rest of the Hayakawa branch was killed. Instead, he placed me at the right hand of power, a seat of honor.
A subservient seat.
All seats are subservient.
Not the one at the top.
I didn't know the rest of your birth family died, Sosuke.
Retaliation for the fall of the leaves.
Quite the dignified way to refer to the Ikuria killing all those blue bloods 30 years ago. Anyway, it was my understanding that that was a complete and total victory. The kind that left the blue bloods incapable of counterattacking.
Well, very nearly so.
Do you disapprove of what happened 30 years ago, Sosuke?
Of course not. The barbarity of the house's enemies left it with no other choice but to act.
No way out, huh? By the way, I was asked to pass along a message to you. If you're given a way out, take it.
Who told you that?
Should we say who it was?
I don't actually remember who it was.
It was Mireille, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yes, I remember now.
So, but we could not say in order to, I don't know, or we could say it was Makoto because maybe he would like act on it, be more likely to act on it. I don't know.
I don't think we wanted to do that.
I guess not.
I think probably won't say as the option is also the least likely to get Morgan killed later.
Fair. PB, any thoughts here?
Let's be honest with our client, you know?
Yeah.
That's true. That's
I'm in
true.
agreement with that.
Let's be honest.
She said her name was Mireille. Who is she?
A powerful member of the house on the side of Aurea.
Slow down, loose lips. I didn't ask for her whole life story.
What? Oh, sarcasm. Sorry, I'm just surprised. Surprised that she would take a personal interest in the outcome of this affair.
So did that message mean anything to you?
I'm not sure.
You're a terrifically helpful client, you know that?
That's something you should know about me, Morgan. About the Hound of Ikuria. I didn't earn that title as a bodyguard or a head of security. And I didn't learn how to kill in the military. The Hound of Ikuria is the house's personal assassin.
Well,
I've committed so many fucking crimes, Morgan, you don't even know.
What happened to the House of Ikuria being refined? Elevated above their criminal past?
The house is elevated, that status has granted it more enemies than ever. Enemies that need to be taken out silently but undeniably.
undeniably.
What I do is send messages. They need to be received by the right people, and they need to know who it's from.
You kill so that the other houses in the nobility know it was the Hound?
But can't prove that House Ikuria was responsible. Their own pride over being able to handle things internally and their humiliation at being outplayed ensures the death stay out of the papers.
So the entire police force can descend on a jaywalker caught by a reflection off of a dash cam. But the ability gets to wave off a surveillance state with a perfumed handkerchief, flaunting how the rules don't apply to them. Like I thought, very pure expression of power. So all that talk of you being Makoto's head of security, that was all...
Well, true. I have been Makoto's head of security for the past year.
Did your courier business dry up?
Circumstances around Makoto had changed. I was asked to step in and fill a role.
And what you said about guarding the previous heir? Waving your katana around as soon as you could walk?
The circumstances were different then, too.
Why tell me now?
Because now that I've seen her, I don't think Rockford will have missed it.
No, why didn't you tell me yesterday, the first time we met, when I could have actually prepared for this? Clearly, you've got some deeply held desire to rot in prison since you won't help me win this case. What happened in the last 5 minutes that you suddenly got cold feet?
Adonai.
Yesterday, I thought you were just some outsider in over their head who would surely drown if they knew who they were defending. Today, I think you're an outsider in over their head who could stay afloat with a lifeline.
Thanks for the heads up. 5 minutes notice really comes in handy when your client asks you to catch a bullet. Excuse me.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too, Sarah. I can't imagine you're pleased to be defending a self-confessed killer.
I don't know what you went through when you were a soldier. And I have no idea what you've gone through as an assassin. Yesterday, Adonai suggested I shouldn't speak about those kinds of things, since I have no experience with them. I don't know if she's right about that. But soldiers and assassins do exist in this world. And they are still people.
Sarah?
And I think I would be sad if I couldn't talk to any of them.
Sarah?
On a related note, could you catch a bullet, Sosuke Ikaruya?
No, Sarah.
But you're a cybernetically enhanced martial artist.
Bullets are very fast.
That is true.
I could probably catch an arrow if I knew it was coming.
Tell me more.
I love them.
Fucking-
I love them
fucking-
so much.
Yeah.
So being like, oh, I'm so sorry to disappoint you in this way, Sarah. And Sarah's like, this is the coolest fucking thing that has ever happened to me.
Oh my god.
Courtroom 48D. So, you and your partner were the second officers to arrive on the scene?
That's
That's
correct,
correct,
man.
man.
When-
Yeah, sorry, you're London. Go for it. Go for it.
I've just been doing a bunch of talking, PB. You can take London if you want to.
That's correct, ma'am. When the 10999 went out, my partner and I were relatively center city.
I think it's very
Dylan?
funny that I heard both you and Jacqueline make the same,
Yeah.
have the same hesitation over that one.
We were within jogging distance of the site after an elevator ride, so we proceeded on foot.
Rogers still hasn't shown. Emma must have rushed to London to adjust to the reshuffled docket. I assume he was rushed. He does seem somewhat distracted.
We arrived on the premises at 10:21 p.m. At 10:27 p.m., we assisted Officer Rogers in completing his arrest of the suspect.
What did that involve? Reading rights to an unconscious man?
That's a good bit. I love it. We helped Rogers finish cuffing the suspect is what I meant. His hands were shaking.
Your witness, counselor.
I'd like to ask London why he wasn't explicit about all this yesterday. But complaining about a detective not being forthcoming with the defense isn't exactly a winning strategy. He didn't hesitate to show me his involvement with the mafias yesterday. What's he got left to hide?
Yeah, wearing your body cams on feels like pretty. That's pretty important to establish.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start there. That's fine with me. Dumb question, detective, but did you have your body camera on?
Officers aren't required to turn on body cameras when responding to an emergency, counselor. And detectives aren't required to wear body cams at all.
Like I said, dumb question.
What
Everyone
about
has
your
the
partner?
cybernetic eyes. Like,
By any chance, did your partner have a body camera going? Perhaps out of a characteristic abundance of respect for the rules?
Matter of fact, I believe she did.
So of the first 4 of our city's brave policemen to arrive at the scene of a crime, only one of them thought to turn their body cam on.
It's my understanding that Rogers couldn't turn his on as it had broken earlier in the week.
Hilarious! And Tariq Chopin?
I don't know why he didn't have his on.
Does Emma know? Does Officer Rogers?
Why were you nearby?
yeah, well, what the fuck were you doing out there?
Let's ask. Why were you and your partner in Center City that night, detective?
Well, to be honest, I hadn't eaten dinner, so I was really kind of in the mood for some hot soup, you know? And my partner was kind enough to indulge me on taking a drive.
That's all he's gonna say? It's not like I can call him a compromised witness just because he was in the area, but hell is there even a press when his answer's that simple? I'm almost tempted to... No. Waste of time, Morgan.
But I really want to know.
I want to know if the soup was good.
We will
Is
go
it-
bust if we press that option, but I want to see what happens.
Yeah, the problem is that we will go bust, and I don't really want to.
Just drop a quick save.
Drop a-
Just the
drop a
world's quickest
save.
save.
Alright, fine.
A little bit of save scumming never hurt anyone.
Everyone bullying Mac into save scumming.
I really don't have a problem with saves coming. Was the soup any good, detective?
I never got
This
any
is
in
so
the end.
sad.
I had this hole in the wall place in mind, but when we got there, Turns out they'd gone out of business last month. Been a while since I last stopped by. You gotta support your local businesses, kid.
I'm waiting
so
for
fucking
Emma to punch
obviously-
in here.
Bullshitting
I
and
guess I always
stalling
knew
for
they
Anna.
weren't that successful, but I thought... Honestly, I thought it'd lose some of its charm if it got popular. Maybe if I hadn't been so selfish, they'd still be there. You never know how much you're gonna miss that 7 out of 10 restaurant until it's gone, you know?
You know, he's kind of right. He's kind of right for this one.
He's kind of
He
right.
is 100% right.
No, it's actually in Emma's interest to let him go on as long as possible because
Exactly,
she's killing
he's
time until her
stalling.
actual witness gets here.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Your Honor, relevance?
It's not relevant, but it is poignant and deeply human.
Oh, okay, so this is the comic that I saw, like, maybe a week after this episode dropped. Someone drew a comic of this moment. It's been sitting in my legs for 3 months. No, longer than that, because episode 2 came out in December, so 6 months.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
I'll allow it. Or at least I won't punish it. Now, ask a real question.
Right away, Your Honor. I love that we didn't go bust. That's awesome.
That's fucking funny.
Game said, "You want a little bit of character building lore? Hell yeah, let's give it to you." After that deeply poignant bit of human nature, how did you and your partner go about clearing the building?
I took point and my partner covered me, checking the rooms behind us as we went. It was tense, searching some rooms with that racket blaring from upstairs.
You were still searching for suspects even though there was a 10999 on the 3rd floor?
Rogers had already reported the manner of his partner's death, Counselor. We weren't going to run upstairs and try to defibrillate.
How was that report made?
Over comms, around 10:17 p.m.
Is it common practice to separate from one another when responding to a 10999?
It's one of several valid approaches to the department advises in critical scenarios, ma'am.
Well, we have nothing else to press on, so I guess we have to press here. Because we've done
Fuck
everything
yeah,
else.
let's try and pin this on Reyes.
Ah, that's kind of funny.
I can't ask anything else. We've already asked if the soup was good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Did you ever lose sight of your partner?
I might have.
So she might have lost sight of you.
Speculation, Your Honor.
If I can't see you, you can't see me. That's not speculation, Your Honor, just grade school logic.
Overruled. Spill the deets, witness. Yes. Me and my partner were separated when we cleared the building. For more than a minute, I'd say.
Interesting. Just realized I forgot to take my meds this morning. I'm gonna do that really fast. It's fine. I've done worse. Ah, thank you
That's
for
like the
giving us
medical
all of
android,
that to
Sarah.
chew on, Detective London.
Come on, give me a break. I was trying to be helpful.
No, I mean it. I like
Let's
they set
go.
that up as blackjack and, like, truly we just weren't fighting him. I'm especially interested to hear you describe how my client was unconscious and helpless by the time he first appeared on any body cam. Shall we review that footage together? I wonder if we can pinpoint exactly how many wounds he received in between his arrest and when his mugshot was taken.
Redirect, Your Honor.
Really?
What is she doing now?
The prosecution called Detective London as their witness and asked their questions. Adonai just had the chance to ask her own questions during the cross-examination. After the cross-examination, the people can redirect if they have additional questions for the witness.
So it isn't just one for them and one for us.
More like an eye for an eye for an eye until justice is blind and bloody. She wants another round. Why?
Stalling?
Stalling?
Detective London. Are you aware of an ongoing police investigation for a figure known as the Hound of Icaria?
Not stalling. Not very much not stalling.
Oh god.
Approach, Your Honor?
Wait, do I finally get to see the line? Hold on. This is happening too fast. Okay. So you are a pro and there already.
This Hound of Icaria is obviously some kind of case file that Organized Crimes Department is working on. Detective London isn't qualified to speak on it.
Homicide. Organized crimes. Is there that big of a difference?
Depends on the career of the witness in question. Detective London, for example, spent 6 years in the organized crime unit.
He what?
You didn't know that?
Where are you taking this, Emma?
I just hate to admit it, but I think I need spoilers as well.
You and me both, AD. You and me both.
If you ask him about this, what's he gonna say?
That the Hound of Icaria is an assassin who leaves calling cards at each of his kills, terrorizing the house's perceived enemies without shame. And that the lead suspect in those cases is a man around Sosuke's age and height. With gray-blue hair, a modded spine, and a large tattoo of a dog across his back.
Sosuke, you vain son of a bitch. You got made with your shirt off?
Oh my god.
Deeply funny
Not good
quote.
at his job.
Bless you.
I love this fucking game. Jesus Christ. You cannot let the jury hear that, Your Honor.
But I really want to!
If Organized Crimes wanted to arrest Sosuke, they should have done so already. He's on trial here today for these 5 counts and nothing else.
The defense has once again claimed that their client is merely some veteran who's been victimized by greater forces. But the police believe that he's in fact the deadliest soldier the Icaria have at their disposal. That's not irrelevant.
No, it's just prejudicial as hell.
Ugh, girls fighting. But obeying legal precedent. But the tension, but the human drama.
I am so glad that I tagged to this stream this too is Yori.
Yeah.
Because I'm really fucking feeling it right now.
Yoshi 80, my beloved.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just be giving a summary. The case file won't enter the record.
So you won't even give me the chance to object to the evidence? Your Honor, if you do this, the jury will be spoiled within seconds, and I'll have my client served up a mistrial before the day is through.
And then some very lucky other adjutant will get to have the rest of the fun. I've severed the jury's feed for the time being. I'd like to hear exactly what the witness has to say before ruling on this testimony's conclusion.
But Your Honor, the gallery.
It's not your concern, nor the concern of justice. This trial will remain open to the public. Until such time as I, or the state, feel it shouldn't be.
Girl, I love you.
Decision made! I feel like 80 should have, like, pendants. Like, you know, like how, like, there's, like, a running Simpsons gag of Homer having random pendants that say things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Honor.
What just happened?
Jury's gonna take a bathroom break. Emma will get to ask her questions, but in all likelihood, the adjutant will make sure they never hear the answers.
So, we aren't any worse off?
Sosuke might be.
What do you mean?
This gallery's filled to the brim with cops.
Oh.
They all think he killed Chopin. If London regales us all with tales of the Hound's exploits on top of that...
Don't worry, Sosuke. They can't do anything to you here.
Yeah, because we're in a courtroom. I won't spend the rest of my life in this room, Sarah. And even if I could, I wouldn't.
Detective London, if you would, please testify as to the...
Oh, for real?
Your Honor?
Oh, fuck, timing?
What now? Hey, Rockford, that witness guy who flaked on you to make you look dumb?
Yes.
Well, he's finally here.
Oh.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no more questions for the witness at this time.
Oh my god.
Really? But I just... And the redirect fizzles out. Counsel, you want to snap it up?
Oh, no, Your Honor.
Dang, Detective London. Nobody wants to talk to your ass.
Holy fuck!
Oh my god.
I just had like a whole statement ready. I had like 3 different like contradiction points for Morgan to get to. It was gonna take like an hour.
Oh my god.
I like how the jury are gonna get back and be like, wait, who the fuck is this new guy? Where'd London go?
Miss Rockford, let it go.
She doesn't hold anything back in the courtroom, but only because that's what gives her the greatest chance of victory. If the jury wouldn't hear it either way, she has no need to stall for time. She won't stoke the coals for the fun of it.
So if you hadn't fought against that redirect up to the very last moment...
Oh, bullet caught, huh?
Yeah. Nothing impressive about putting my arm between the gun and my...
Heart?
I was gonna say stomach.
The analogy seems weaker somehow.
Yeah, I know.
There he is.
Man of the hour. The hero to put a stop to the Hound of Ikria and brought justice to the city over the loss of its favorite son, Tariq Chopin.
Was this?
Oh.
Who was this?
Have we gotten Rogers yet? Let me look at my
Yeah,
I
list.
don't
not
think
yet.
so.
But I have a list. I have a list. Rogers, we're looking at PB.
Patrol Officer Rogers reporting for duty.
You don't have to say that.
Sorry. Then just reporting for duty.
Name and occupation.
Patrol Officer Huey Rogers. Occupation, a patrol officer.
Alright, let's look at this fucking guy.
This is a real fucking sad sack.
Oh my god. Gumshoe ass. Police officer,
Can't
Lower Ward
stand
Patrol.
nice. Sorry.
Come on, London is our gumshoe for this game.
Yeah,
true.
this guy is isn't there like an Officer Dinkins or some shit in
There
Ace
is, there
Attorney?
is.
That's this guy.
Up at 5:30 every morning.
Sorry,
Balance.
Mike Meekins.
Balance, easily upset.
Really good.
Former partner of Tariq Chopin. Apologies for earlier.
It's fine. The court understands that the city council had need of you.
When I said my name wrong, it won't happen again.
Oh my god. And your tardiness?
What's that?
Being hours late to the trial?
Did I not set a reminder?
Oh my god.
She's gonna fucking kill you, Van.
Does seeing him here in the flesh jog your memory at all?
Yeah, he's such a
No,
wet noodle.
Not at all. I'm forgetting him right now as I look at him.
I'd think this guy would be pretty hard to forget.
You must have sustained quite the concussion then.
As an appetizer. From what I saw, he's lucky nothing important leaked out of his ears.
Shall we begin, Officer Rogers?
Right. From where?
The voice that you're doing is so fucking much, BB.
Yeah, I made a decision and I was correct.
Yeah, you were right.
The
And I was like,
start.
man, everyone, my voice kind of starts to sound the same, so let me try to do something different.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh. Well, it was pretty boring. I mean, normal night. Me and Chopin were just driving around, windows down. I was always getting car sick if the windows weren't down. Then around 9:45 or so, my partner hears shots fired. So off we went.
What does that mean?
I mean, shots echo down in the lower ward, so I wasn't too sure about the direction. But my partner was confident it'd have something to do with the Blue Bloods. That area is a known hotspot.
Seraph in chat says, Chef's Kiss VA. We've gotten a lot of compliments on voice acting tonight, and all I have to say is, tonight? Whatever. It's tonight somewhere. And all I have to say is, so true, besties.
As we neared the street, we saw people slinking away from it. We got the message. People can sense that kind of trouble even when they don't know it. Something bad had gone down. No one wanted anything to do with it. Front door wouldn't budge. I peeked around into the alley, but the fire escape was out of commission. Then my partner, shot clean through the door handle.
Chopin was that determined to get inside based on some echoed gunshots and a few context clues? Suppose context clues are most of what I use to find the place too, but...
So when you arrived, the only way into the building was locked?
Yeah, and so we had, strong reason to believe the shooter was still in the vicinity. I was in favor of waiting for backup at this point, but my partner, he was convinced the place was dead empty already. So, he was moving a good bit faster than me right up to the second we got to the second floor, and we heard a loud slam.
A slam?
What kind of slam?
Like, slam?
Or like, salam?
Like, slam.
I love the three different slam sound effects they pulled. Thanks, Nth Circle. You guys are so fucking funny.
That was a conversation they had to, like, with this scene. It was like, okay, what slam sound effect should we use? And then that became dialogue. I don't know. It was loud, though. Then Chopin gets all deadly serious and insists I stay, and he goes on ahead, you know, big hero compliment. Up to the third floor. After a bit, he yelled down to me saying everyone was dead and I should come join him. That's when I hear another heavy thud. I didn't know it was the sound of my partner's body hitting the floor. Well, I put two and two together when I saw that man there, standing over him.
Let the record show that the witness has finally identified the defendant.
If you heard a noise at a crime scene, the natural conclusion would be that you are not alone.
But if Chopin thought they weren't alone... Oh. What? Good. Why would he insist on splitting up?
To search quickly?
Prevent
Huh.
escape?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think searching, yeah.
Searching, not escape?
I mean, they're both kind of to the same end, you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe we're too early for this shit, but I'm like, he was in there looking for something.
Yeah.
Every single fucking cop in this game is on the take. Like,
Uh-huh.
he was definitely fucking looking for something, but we haven't gotten there yet.
Also, we do want to be casting aspersions about this dead cop and making him look as suspicious as possible.
That's true.
But we want to do that without making it look like we're the ones casting the aspersions.
So I guess to... I don't... Why is this the hardest choice we've made in this game?
I think to search quickly, final answer, but if I get overruled, I get overruled.
No, I'm with Jane.
I'll also say to search quickly.
Okay.
Right.
Splitting up, they could search the building more quickly, is what idiots in movies usually say. Searching is either time-consuming or just a waste of time.
Oofy doofy.
Ooh, Morgan called us idiots. Ouch.
For him to tell his partner to stay behind, he must have been trying.
I'm gonna say to prevent escape.
It's, yeah.
Probably prevent escape. Yeah.
Crossfire doesn't make any fucking sense. That's it. I like that we made a profit of one fucking credit off of that.
Let's go.
Chopin must have wanted to split up so they could cut off possible routes of escape. Perhaps I can shed some light on the late officer's actions.
With more speculation.
Some helpful theorizing. Capped off with hard evidence. Officer Chopin explicitly told his partner to stay behind, and the only reason he'd do that if he thought it'd let them catch an escaping suspect.
Why would he think a suspect was escaping if he heard a noise upstairs?
He wouldn't. He'd only think a suspect was escaping if the noise he heard was...
The dumpster?
Dumpster, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like
Oh,
jumping
hold
into
on
the
a second.
dumpster to escape.
Hold on. Let that go really quick.
Crank that shit up!
A noise that came from the alley.
What kind of noise would that be?
Noise like the one I was treated to when Detective London clumsily shut the dumpster out there.
Hey,
why are
now,
you
it
still here?
left my ears ringing
I was
too.
gonna say, London's just still here?
Yeah, Rogers needed emotional support, buddy cop.
Well, nobody else wants to talk to his ass either.
True.
What are you even talking about?
I'm talking about an exit plan. In other words, how the real culprit managed to flee the scene.
How does a dumpster lid relate to some imaginary suspect's great escape? 1963, 172 minutes.
Oh, she's talking about the movie The Great Escape. That's
Yeah.
so funny. The only way to get from the third floor to the street without going past the two cops clearing the building would be by going down the fire escape and into the alley.
A fire escape that's broken.
So no one could climb up it. But anyone could jump from it onto the dumpster below.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Let myself get distracted. Sorry.
I can kind of see it.
That must be a dead pixel you're seeing, Your Honor. Were there boot prints on top of the dumpster? A dent in the lid?
Well, that's...
No. Of course not. So there's no proof, no reason at all to think that anyone jumped down onto it. And no reason for us to entertain this train of thought.
Damn it, that's... I've got nothing. Even if there had been damage to the dumpster, I could never prove it was caused by a fleeing culprit.
Adonai.
I'm thinking.
I know. But might this not possibly be the time for you to stop thinking and instead flip the go board like you've told me to do before? Let's fucking go!
Woo!
Jacqueline W, finally!
Hooray.
Let's go! Let's go!
Oh,
Alright, that's it. I'm calling stream today. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna get to the end of the scene. Oh, you're horribly misquoting me. But Emma says there's no proof that anyone fled the crime scene. But if there was proof of that, what would it look like? Proof that someone was in that room when the police first arrived, but not there when the police got to the 3rd floor. They would have had to take the fire escape if Rogers never saw them. They couldn't have taken the fire escape without first, opening the window. It's been bothering me since yesterday. I was sure those windows were closed when I left, but they've been open ever since the scene was secured. And I can't testify to that. The one time I know the truth and I want it to get out, but I can't admit it without screwing myself over.
Adonai, any luck?
Pardon the interruption, Your Honor. I have no objections at this time.
Then the witness may continue.
Please do. But rewind a bit first if you could, since we got off topic. And don't spare any detail. Tell the court exactly what you saw, felt, and heard that night.
Of course, the witness is a trained officer of our city's prestigious police force. He'll gladly recount every minutia for us. Line by line.
Like, every detail?
He's trying to get the Shaggy.
Even the irrelevant ones? Especially the irrelevant ones! Sir, yes, sir. Ma'am, yes, ma'am? You prefer sir or ma'am?
I did get a little in my head just now. Better listen through his whole testimony at least once before I start looking for holes.
It was a quiet night, but then my partner heard gunshots. We headed for the nearest known Orca hotspot and arrived to find the building dead quiet. Door was locked. I checked the alley but didn't see another way in. So Chopin shot off the lock and the handle and we entered. Followed some kind of loud music up the stairs, and there was a slam and my partner bolted upstairs. About a minute later, I heard a thud from upstairs and came running. To find the defendant standing over my partner's dead body.
something stand out to you, Adonai?
Yeah, my ears pricked up a bit.
The saying is perked up, is it not?
What? Let me focus. Okay, so we have sound system, we have fire escape, and we have front door.
Uh-huh. My partner heard gunshots.
I think that's fine.
Yeah. Nearest known Orca hotspot. Building
How
was
was the building
dead
dead quiet if
quiet.
we were blaring music?
Building
Yeah,
was
we
not
put
dead
the music
quiet.
system back on.
I think we...
I don't think this
we-
is, like, important, but I think it is a contradiction.
Yeah, okay, we did miss it, but I'll go back when we go back around.
Door was locked, that's true. Alley, there was no way in. I think that should be right. Lock was shot off. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Did we lock the door when we left? Did the door automatically lock when we left?
I
It-
think
It also
has
automatically
an-
locked.
I think it's an auto lock. If I'm remembering correctly, they say
If
that
it's an auto lock,
Yeah.
how would you be able to shoot it off from the outside?
It's like a deadlock. It's not like an electronic lock.
And they say it was through, like, they shot the lock through the door. So it,
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense then.
he mentions the loud music, but I feel like that has to mean that the building wasn't dead quiet earlier.
Yeah, I think the building. I think calling the building versus the music itself is the way to go.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like quite the sensory overload hearing it described in such detail.
Yeah, could have been very overwhelming. But the five senses are still bound by logic. And he's claiming something that contradicts the crime scene as we know it. Alright.
Slap.
Give me that sound system.
Ugh.
How could you have arrived to find the place dead quiet when there was a sound system blaring on the top floor?
The witness must not have heard the sound system. This is a noisy city, even in the lower wards.
But he did hear the music. He described it in his testimony just now.
Oh, some kind of loud music up the stairs.
So the building was dead quiet when you were outside, but you could hear music from the first floor.
Well, yeah, heard the music pretty much as soon as we stepped inside.
Only after you stepped inside?
Yeah, sturdy door, I guess.
The window was open.
Your Honor, the witness has established that the front door is very secure and tightly locked. There's nothing strange about it blocking out some amount of sound.
But it blocked out, like, all the sound.
Huh.
Once the door was open, the music was booming.
The scene of the crime was a known Blue Blood property, yes? A safe house apartment complex of sorts, as I understand it. They must have made a number of modifications to the premises. That front door certainly looked like a newish addition.
Ooh, check.
Maybe they redid the windows, too.
Ha! No, that's a great idea. I don't really get it.
I don't mind stating it plainly, Your Honor. That building has been thoroughly soundproofed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Couldn't be anything else.
That building has been thoroughly soundproofed, Your Honor.
You think the building was soundproofed?
I know it was. I experienced it myself, stepping out of the lower wards and into its dingy nightclub vibe. That would explain what the witness experienced, wouldn't it?
Perhaps, but...
But that wouldn't explain the building being dead quiet when they arrived. Not unless the window next to the sound system was closed. I showed my hand a bit there. She knows what I'm gunning for.
Counselor. Asking the court to accept that the building happened to be soundproofed is not the flawless argument you're making it out to be.
Don't call me out like this, Emma.
The window in question opens to the alley. Rogers could have easily missed the noise coming out of it.
Even though he already testified that he checked the alley before his partner shot the door open?
He might have merely neglected to mention that he heard music at the time.
Huh? Music in the alley? I would have noticed that kind of thing, right?
Oh my god, he's an idiot.
Probably.
This guy seems so reliable.
Passed on the uptake, this one.
I'm looking at the arcs from every angle I can, rotating cubes in my mind as fast as my programming will allow. And I'm still seeing a crime scene where the windows are open. What am I doing wrong?
There's a trick to it. Try focusing on just a single cube first. Once you've got one spinning consistently...
Yes, Your Honor, the windows were found open. It's a contradiction. The windows... Oh, Sarah, sorry.
The windows were closed when the officers arrived. But opened by the time Rogers got to the 3rd floor. That means that someone must have opened them.
Someone not currently on trial, Your Honor.
You should stretch before attempting mental gymnastics that intense, Counselor. You claim that the windows were originally closed. And only opened at the last moment as some mystery individual fled down into the alley. But we know Creek was standing in front of those windows when he was shot. And we can see where his blood landed, on the sides of the windows that face into the room when open. If, as you claim, the windows were closed when he was shot, then his blood somehow ended up on the wrong side of the glass.
That...
Your theory is flawed. A far-flung fantasy with nothing other than Officer Rogers' poor hearing to support it. All the actual evidence shows that at the time of the murders, the windows were exactly as we found them. Flung open.
Her logic isn't faulty, and I can't overturn it with any given piece of evidence. But I can point out the flaw in how she's presented her evidence. Oh, thank you for the advice about taking full advantage of arcs, by the way. But trust me, there are some things that are best understood by visiting the crime scene in person.
What?
Helps keep you from getting flipped around.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, dumpster found an alley under fire, escape very heavy, loud. Creek bled out, shot in the chest in front of windows from 1 to 2 meters. Windows spatter. Blood across the windows, fingerprints on handles, soundproofed, and open windows. Windows open and arcs seen open by all officers. But it's the way the windows, the windows open a specific way, right?
Yes.
Hold on. Let's see. Windows. Windows at the scene of the crime position behind Creek's desk opens to the alley and the fire escape. Oh, okay. But I think I remember her saying that they open a specific way.
Yeah. I'm not
They open
sure.
outwards instead of inwards.
I don't know.
Let's go for it. I guess would it be the window splatter or the open windows though?
It's the spatter, I think. We're not
Okay,
we're not
let's go for it.
contradicting that the windows were opened. Apologies, Your Honor, I'm just confused. Why is Ms. Rockford talking about those windows? As if they swing open.
Oh, yeah. What are you talking about?
Those windows don't swing into the room, they're pulled to the side.
They... What?
Didn't you see the fingerprints they found on the handles? One look at that should tell you which side of the glass faces indoors. Funny. Wasn't that in the arcs?
That's some very chic interior design I'm seeing. Very wabi-sabi.
The fuck?
So if the windows only slide parallel to the walls...
It would matter whether they were open or shut when Creek was shot. Blood would always end up on the same side.
Huh.
Hey! I said I finally got the windows lined up in Sorry. I said I finally got the windows lined up in arcs.
You didn't say that. At least, not aloud.
Thank you for always listening, Sarah. I just said it now, so whatever.
What do you mean, lined up?
The blood spatter.
Oh.
Looks a lot nicer now, doesn't it?
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor.
That is so inappropriate for an adjutant to do.
But it's gotten us all on the same page. We can all reasonably conclude that the windows were closed when Creek was shot at the very least.
Yes. Though when they were next opened is...
Something you're gonna fight over, I'm sure. Now, if this ARCS data could just tell me whether the windows are actually soundproof. You can have London back, Jane.
Okay. I doubt the arcs could simulate that accurately for you, Your Honor. But if we re-examine the scene for that specifically, it should be simple enough to.
Waste the court's time. Forgive me for repeating myself, Your Honor, but even if we prove conclusively that the windows were soundproof, the defense's argument still hinges entirely on the omission of one detail in the witness's testimony. Putting it another way, just because he didn't hear the music, that doesn't mean he couldn't hear the music because the soundproof windows were closed. The devil's proof!
Yes, and you actually used it right this time.
I did my reading. All 8 episodes.
Fuck off.
She's effectively conceded that the windows were soundproofed, but she's also shifted tactics, and it's a formation I don't recognize. That's to be expected. I'm no general. Don't really like chess either. But I don't need Makoto here to tell me that war is deception. So how about a little misdirection? Listen up, Sarah. The important thing about the Devil's Proof is that it's always on our side.
The side of underdogs, lovers, and dreamers the world around.
Oh my god. The side of the defense, innocent until proven guilty. That's what makes the Devil so infuriating for the prosecution. The people make a fair point, Your Honor. There really isn't any hard evidence for my fleeing suspect theory at the moment. But the people haven't disproven it either, have they? Oh, I forget the exact details, Your Honor, but all we need is a shadow of a doubt, right?
Overturn 5 dead bodies. The testimonies of 3 cops. And a room soaked to the floorboards in forensic evidence.
Yeah. Hey,
Fucking beast mode.
hey. We can continue this scene to the end if we want to, but that's a really good closer. That's a really killer closer.
I'm fine with that.
I think we should finish this scene just so we aren't disoriented when we start up next.
Oh yeah, no, that's totally fine.
That's good, yeah.
That's
Let's
also
do-
fair.
Let's do a little post-credit stinger then.
Funny.
Fury, indignation.
Blah, 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 blah. Have you lost your mind? Are you trying to piss off everyone here?
Yes. Come on! You don't hate my theory that much, do you?
I'm warming up to...
Then I'll stick to the facts for now. At the time Rogers and Chopin arrived, the front door was locked. The music was still playing at the scene of the crime, even if Rogers didn't notice it until stepping inside. And at the moment Creek was shot, at least we can be certain the soundproof windows behind him were closed.
Yes, those are the facts. Why are you restating them?
Because there's something that's been bothering me. If we accept these as the facts, one part of the Honorable Officer Rogers' testimony makes no sense.
How'd they hear the gunshots?
Yeah. Exactly that.
How could these two officers have set off in response to the sound of gunshots if the room was deafened at the time the gun was fired?
Now you go there.
Oh crap! Yeah! Wait, excuse me? What are you talking? Do you guys still need me to be here? It feels like you're kind of doing your own thing now, and I could just, like, go.
Ooh, it's the very first thing you told us, officer. Your partner heard gunshots. But how is that possible?
But he said it! He said it! Even on the radio! He called it in! True enough, I can see it right here in the Police Network's database. 9:45 p.m. Officer Tariq Chopin reports shots fired.
Ooh, so he did. And since we can't ask him to testify, we'll just have to take him at his word. But just to clarify, Officer Rogers, are you saying you never heard any gunshots yourself?
Well, I didn't have my head out the window like him, so...
Ooh, that's what you're trained to do, isn't it? Report anything you see or hear across the network?
Well, one report is usually sufficient.
But confirmation is always ideal, right? Yes or no, Officer Rogers?
I never heard any gunshots.
Hang on, are you really?
So you never heard a peep, but your partner, he somehow managed to waltz you both over to exactly where 4 vicious murders had been committed before anyone else got there.
I just drove where he pointed, so...
Counselor, you need to be very careful here.
Thank you for your concern, Ms. Rockford. But don't forget, I hate losing.
Pardon?
I said, but don't forget to direct your comments to the bench.
You bring that up now?
Every cop in the room already thinks I'm a mob lawyer at this point. Compared to that, mocking the memory of the deceased is small time.
Let's go.
I feel like you're gonna say something shocking here and I should stop you. But I can't really stop you before you say it, so...
Katie, thank you for being so bad at your job.
I'm just confused is all, Your Honor.
My job is making sure the drama works.
How could
Crap.
Officer Chopin have possibly arrived at the scene of the crime when he couldn't have heard any gunshots? Unless he was asked to come there directly.
Oh, like he got an Evite?
Exactly. Officer Chopin answered a distress call from the Blue Bloods.
Oh.
That's a good spot to stop.
insane!
Tell me, are these her usual tactics? Turning the entire city against her for no discernible reason?
No. Well, the first time we met, she did technically... Your Honor, the defense is completely out of line.
Gallery's pretty poorly behaved, too. You gonna rein this in, or should I?
Allow me. Tariq Chopin was an upstanding officer with no marks on his record. You say he led pawn, but he had to break into their building in order to enter. And you have the gall to claim he answered a distress call when there's no panic button, no phone records that suggest one was ever sent.
True.
True. That's all you have to say after posthumously accusing the son of 2 city councilmen of being corrupted by blue blood pocket change?
It's a fair point. Chopin was the son of 2 city councilmen and by all accounts a dedicated police officer. He wouldn't work with the Blue Bloods without an unusually strong motive. The kind of thing that would make the headlines.
What are you?
Ooh, time to
Oh,
flex
no.
your media literacy!
Let's go.
We're so fucked.
Choose and present the article that shows a motive for Chopin to work with the Blue Bloods. Remember, you can reread any articles you've collected this episode in your phone. Ooh, okay. But you already read them front to back, right?
Yes, we did, of
It's
course.
just been a while.
Okay. Alright, let's look at what we got. Oh, shit.
Huh.
Damn, we are... Oh, no. Okay, there's... Okay, so the two propositions are in one... Okay, I understand. They're not saying cite the entire article about ballot propositions. They're saying you can cite one of the two that are already here.
Mhm.
Or one of... Oh, they're only citing two of them. There's a couple of other ones. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Serial bombings.
This was like data centers getting bombed.
Yeah.
And schools as well, right?
Oh yeah, the school debts getting bombed. That doesn't feel connected here.
No, it
No.
doesn't. Convention. This is a proposition convention. I feel like this could be relevant, but not to him working with the Blue Bloods. Like, I'm looking at, like, we're hearing that
Yeah.
cops are dying in the lower wards, but I don't think that's relevant to the point.
Uh-huh.
Alright, what do we got on ballot propositions? 436-2D, petition for city council to commission cost analysis on public schooling. Sponsored by these Aaron, Houston, and Myers. Okay, sponsored by two Chopins. Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, and renovating the Atlas pillars.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely have to negotiate with Blue Bloods to actually do that work.
Mm.
Yeah.
This is pretty strong.
That's pretty strong. None of the other propositions are cited here. The only ones...
This is the most directly related, yeah.
436, ballot measure this year, testing waters of public schools. Revitalizing area around the Atlas pillars.
Yeah, it has to be that.
Yeah.
I don't see anything else. Shall we crank it? I can't believe
Crank
it.
that shit.
Let's crank it, yeah.
Officer Chopin would never compromise his well-documented morals or anything less than an earth-shaking opportunity.
Yes, Counselor, but his family is very well off. What could this earth-shaking opportunity possibly have been?
How about a donation to his parents?
What?
Sidebar for a moment.
What?
How are you all thinking about voting?
Oh, don't get me started. I'm a political junkie.
Oh my god.
AD, are you allowed to vote?
What are you?
No, but I really love listening to Pod Save America.
Ooh, sorry, on the ballot measure
Oh, no.
specifically.
Huh?
Ooh, am I the only one who sweats over this stuff? Ugh, that's not good. Maybe it's old-fashioned, but I was hoping to hear some diverse and nuanced opinions on Proposition 492.
Wait, but that's the...
Funding of Atlas Pillar rejuvenation projects? I think it's a nice idea. Bringing prosperity to the lower wards, literal stability to everyone above them. And, of course, the mother of all paydays to anyone lucky enough to own the land it'll require.
Wait a minute, you mean...
You.
Oh, am I the only one who reads the news anymore? Wasn't counting on this being rhetorical, but... Who on the city council is sponsoring Proposition 492?
Chopin's parents.
Oh, one last question. Less rhetorical this time. This crime took place at a known Blue Blood property. So why was this found there? Oh,
Yeah,
red ink,
the
right?
red ink.
there we go. Oh shit, I forgot to
Oh.
maximize. It's fine.
Wow.
It's fine. Highly confidential red ink documents were found underneath Chopin's corpse. They're almost entirely illegible by now, but you can still make out a reference to P492 right here. That struck me as odd.
Reinforcing the canopy. Big construction project that massive in the lower wards would mean.
Even the police can't keep a crime scene secure down there unless they're willing to play ball with the Blues.
It should have to get past the Blue Bloods.
Or through them, with open arms and firm handshakes.
Just what the hell are you trying to say?
Counselor Morgan, if you...
Sorry. Wasn't sure I actually had to spell it out. It looks like. Patrol Officer Tariq Chopin was working with the Blue Blood Mafia to defraud the city.
Oh?
Vehement rat outrage.
She said it.
She said that?
What did you say?
Are you trying to piss off every cop and every politician in the city?
Yes! Oh, sorry, I'll gladly retract my statement. That is, as soon as any cop or politician or prosecutor can explain to the court how Tariq Chopin was able to arrive at the crime scene that night, when we all know damn well he never heard any gunshots.
It is a bit of a pickle. What have you got for us, witness? What? Okay, so hear me out. Maybe, the shooter went over and opened the window and shot off a couple shots and then closed the window and killed the guys. How about
That's how
that?
you keep the rent low in your neighborhood.
I don't know. He had good ears or something, or good intuition or whatever.
Your Honor, the simplest explanation is that Officer Chopin was tipped off by a CI that he neglected to inform his partner about.
Hey, Chopin wasn't...
Patrol officer with secret criminal informants that he'd hide from his own partner? That sounds horribly corrupt. And you called my comments inflammatory?
Corrupt, you've got brass, all right. That's real rich coming from a mob lawyer defending the Hound of Icaria.
Oh my god.
Wow, he really just did say that, huh?
Big, uh-oh.
I want everyone to know that I did not click through that dialogue for Rogers. It just did that.
Incredible.
Your Honor, the witness's last statement...
Was a regrettable slip of the tongue. Frankly, his entire testimony has been less than ideal, and so...
I'd already snipped the jury's freed, but the crowd.
Seriously? He's the Hound?
But isn't the Hound that?
Oh, fuck me.
Cop killing animals?
Knew that whole house stank like shit. What you say about a man's family, you...
Or what, you'll stab us in the back, too?
Sosuke.
Please calm down.
He really did just tweet it out. And shut up.
Fat Apple, hang the whole house with him. Your Honor, these outbursts from the gallery are not ideal, but we need to focus on preventing...
There's not enough you butchered him like that.
Annals.
You gotta pay this lawyer to spit on his grave, too?
At least the Blue Bloods know their place!
How dare you? All you pigs were colluding with the Blue Bloods to rip off everyone in the lower wards. Better a Blue Blood than the piss running in your veins.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And now, the pièce de résistance. Sarah, hold him.
Pardon?
Stop him from doing anything stupid, now.
Okay, that was fun, but you ruined it. You're all done. Court is now in recess. Bailiffs, clear the room.
It's not enough.
No, I'm not done talking. I want to speak.
Tell him, Rogers!
Rogers!
This heat.
Burn the house.
Tension like a haze in the air.
Rip him out by the roots!
And on the back of my neck. Uh-oh.
Every last one.
Should have taken you out when I had the chance, you!
A bead of sweat and something that feels like...
Oh, fuck.
Die, you son of a bitch.
Behind us! We're supposed to be fast.
Get down.
Oh, no.
What am I reaching for? I don't even have my gun. Well,
God damn.
Oh my god.
let's fucking go! Holy shit! Seraph in chat saying, and scene. I'm like, yeah, bro. Let's get to the end of this and then call it. I need to go lay down.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ, that is bananas good. Oh, okay. It just... Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do this.
Hey, are you okay? Are you hit?
Sosuke, I am not injured.
Danger's gone. Heat of the moment replaced by the chill of a cold sweat on my lower back.
But why did you push me down?
What do you mean, why? Why did I...
I take my time turning back to trace the bullet's trajectory. Vaguely, I'm aware of stomping feet as the crowd rushes to the exits, but the sound is far away.
Reflexes. Sorry.
Oh, she's the same size as Makoto.
Oh, she's the same size as
Oh.
You alright there, Mom?
I'm fine, Detective. Thank you.
For a moment, I lock eyes with Detective Cassim London. In that instant, I recognize a nameless something flickering across his face, cold and sharp like frostbitten furs. Nameless. We don't need a word for it because we only ever see it once. At the very end. Okay, I think we need to call it.
Yeah.
This game fucking rules.
God, this game is so damn good. This is one of those things. I'm gonna post after we get off stream because I'm like, the world is sleeping on this game. And it's not.
Not really.
Like, it's not really, but I'm like, I need more people to be talking about this. Thanks.
Yeah.
That was so damn good. Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay. That's gonna do it for us. And sadly, the person I was going to raid is not streaming today, which is kind of a bummer. So we're just gonna call it. We'll be back next week, I think, for more
Yeah, we should be.
of the devil.
Yeah.
Before May stream, which is in 2 weeks from now. So that'll be good.
Hell yeah.
Oh
Yay.
gosh, God, this game rips shit. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday morning, per usual. We will see you on the flip side.
Uh-huh.